it, man. Wait, where's... Oh. Oh, come on. Did I really just accidentally curse? Oh, man. No, it didn't drop today. Is that what you think from the... Do I have to change the... I meant like it's dropping next week, and I'm considering a few things, but let me share this. But basically, to kick it off, one main thing I'm considering is, should I do an after show, or should I do, like a edited review, or should I do both? Now, here's the thing. If it is disappointing, and I'm talking about The Last of Us, there's a huge chance I'm gonna drop it because I'm not trying to do something that I'm not into. Also, um, if anything gets in the way of the Flaw vs. All review channel, meaning after show plus edited review, I'm gonna drop it. So the live show, this is a setup for... I'm gonna put it poll in a little bit in chat. You fuckers better show up. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. A poll: do you guys want a live show or an edited video? I don't think I'm gonna put both, simply because I don't give a shit. No, simply because I make $1,000 a year on YouTube, so I just don't make enough money to do all of it. Okay, okay, that's what it is. Sorry if that was in your ear and loud. After my night, I need a fucking drink. All right, let me go to my Discord. Also, I started making... If you're not in my Discord, please someone put a link to the Discord in chat. If you're not in my Discord, I started making another room called Bangers. I was door dashing today like a brokey piece of shit, and I had my phone on autoplay. And although I'm watching videos under the Make a Path Presents channel, YouTube decides, hey, do you want to watch one of your old videos from like a year ago? Why not? If YouTube was ever to go, oh man, you watched too many of your videos, I'm gonna be like, well, stop auto playing them, you son of a bitch. I don't know about you guys. If you have a channel and you do, they auto play a lot of my own videos. I'll be watching something, but that's besides the point. The point though is, this video popped up, 8 hours of The Walking Dead, and I shared it on Discord under my new room called Bangers. I'm gonna think of a better title. That sounds like a stripper's OnlyFans, but that's a fucking awesome review. I gave myself... I snapped my shoulder out of socket and gave myself a hand job and then a pat on the back, because that's a good friggin' review. I even made myself laugh. I was like, Ada B, thank you very much for the member. You got my hopes up. I heard cha-ching and I was like, oh wait, somebody's giving me money this early? God damn. But nope. Anyhow, yeah, that's just a good review. I think part of it is because I love The Walking Dead so much, and I was so frustrated with how the end went. So when I hear like the showrunner talking about, oh, we have bugs in the finale because we want the bugs to mask the sound of the enemies, and there was no sounds of bugs. It's like they forgot to tell the sound editor to incorporate the sound of bugs. Because remember in the episode 16, there was all those cicadas or whatever, and in the one moment they look up and you see all these bugs and you hear it, but then when Leah and Maggie are in the woods fighting, there's no more bug sounds. It's like a giant fail. Why do I look red like someone just kicked me in my taint? What is going on here? Blood pressure high or something? Maybe. DoorDash for 8 hours and your blood pressure be high too. So what else was I gonna do? Yeah, let me do the poll. In the poll, we got a few more people showing up. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I did the test for the after show, we on this channel, even though it's a lot even though we don't get a lot more people like we used to when The Walking Dead was on and popping, we still get a couple hundred people in chat. I mean, we don't have a lot of people here, which leads me to wonder, are people even going to show up for an after show? Now, I'm not an idiot. It's going to take one or two after shows to get a good amount of people to actually, oh, he's doing it. All right, let me go and tickle him in his funny spot. It's going to take time. I get it. So let me put it in chat. What was I looking for? I have bangers, which is for like I'm gonna put like the best videos I think in the map channel there. Public square is everyone can talk to each other. The gaming chat is for gaming. Doomsday Kingdoms for Doomsday Kingdom. Collector Showcase. No one goes there too much, but that's for anyone that collects stuff. The Flaw vs. All reviews is for Flaw vs. All. Clips Graveyard is if you guys clip anything, you can put it in Clips Graveyard, and down the road, I'm gonna put those together in some type of cool little thing. And then we have Gutter Talk, where that's kind of like anyone that wants to talk about stuff like politics or any shit that conspiracy theories. Who cares? Whatever random shit you want to scream and the rest of the internet would cancel you for. That's pretty much what it is. I really don't give a shit. But we got a little gutter. All right, let me do the poll so you guys can vote. All right, pop out the chat. Okay, so here's the chat. I also want to pull over. What did I do again? Oh, that's right. I restarted my computer. I have to do Etsy. Really? What the fuck? There we go. Doomsday Kingdom. Do Etsy and Doomsday Kingdom. I'll bring that over here just to show it off. I'm a day behind. I wanted to have the Doomsday Kingdom update video up by now, but I'll put it up tomorrow, but I'll just shout it out here. Let me do live chat. All right, so for the poll, start a poll. Now, the reason I titled it, Do You Want a Real After Show? Is because after The Walking Dead obviously kicked off the after show trend, they're going to do an after show for The Last of Us, but it's going to have the actor, and I'm not against that. I love getting behind the scenes information, but what ends up happening, and this is why I get a little frustrated when corporations create after shows, is all they do is 69 each other. They're like, "Oh, your scene was so amazing, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle," and I, like me as a fan, I want to hear the behind the scenes shit. Some of the stuff I love the most when it came to the Talking Dead was when they talked about putting together the practical effects or filming locations, or hiding some of the actors and how they did some of the secret shots and some of the deleted scenes, some of the stuff that went on behind the scenes that we'll probably never get to see, some of the cool stuff. I loved all that, but when they come on and they're like, that was so fantastic, I was on the edge of my seat, like, bitch, you're getting paid for this. I don't believe, I don't want to hear how good the show was from someone who's fucking getting paid by the company that's doing it. So when it comes to after shows, I know the actor Troy Baker's going to do one. I'm pretty sure. Now, obviously, he's going to hold any, if he has any real criticisms, he'll never say it, never in a million years, or he'll just soft blow it. And I don't expect him to. That'd be in a really awkward position. Like, yeah, Pedro, that you did a really good job with Joel, but man, you played it safe. No, he's gonna suck his dick. And understandably so. So that's why I said, do you want a real after show with like fans? Let's bring this back, because what happened with YouTube is normal everyday people started actually building, a following and getting some money and getting a reputation for doing after shows. And the corporations were like, let's fucking steal it. We're already rich and famous. Let's just steal that too. But me as a fan, when I'm looking for those, I don't want to watch corporation people in the system, waxing each other off. If I don't know, if I want to see that, I would probably just go watch your show. But anyhow, but the biggest problem though is the way they suffocate, the little guy out, is they get the exclusive, they get all the actors and producers and yada yada yada, because that's a safe space. So that's why I titled it like that. Like, you want a place where fans can actually come and kick it. No bullshit. I think I need to take a shirt off. Maybe that's why I'm red. I'm fucking dying. All right. So I don't need that for one. I don't need that for three. We're going to do a poll for an after show. It's freezing outside, so I had to put an extra shirt on. $50, I'll take the other one off. No, I'm kidding. Don't, because I'm joking. All right. I would not scar the internet. I'm out of shape. Haven't worked out in like 7 years. Go outside, hit myself in the face with a hammer. All right, so do you want a map after show for The Last of Us HBO? Yeah, we'll just leave it yes or no, because then we'll do another poll. Because if I split it, well, we'll do yes, no. Here, we'll do that. Edited reviews in store. How did I spell that? All right, so we'll ask. Oh, what the fuck? You mean that I messed up the volume? No, I didn't mess it up, but I forgot I restarted my computer. You mean I've been talking this whole time and the volume was that low? Shit. Well, the volume's going to be real high now. I apologize. Let me see. Yeah, the volume's definitely going to be... I fixed it now, so... Turn your volume down, because I'm about to get loud. Do you think writing your own comic and developing storylines made you view The Walking Dead differently? That's actually a good question. Since I was into writing years before The Walking Dead came out, I don't know if that's relevant, because you guys found out about... Like, I released my comic after The Walking Dead was already out, but I wrote it before The Walking Dead was out. So that's a tricky one. I think here's the fairest answer I can say is learning how to write and learning how Hollywood writes. It made me view, and in a way, it does deteriorate entertainment, because you see the things happening when they set it up. Like, for example, a character, there's a truck where you got to punch it in the right spot just to get it to start. And the character is driving her car and it breaks down, and the, killer rips out the friggin' steering wheel, and she runs to the truck, and then she's trying to start it, but you got to hit it in that right spot. And then for a fact something's going to happen where she's like, oh, come on. And she's going to hit it and it's going to start right up, So you see those setups in TV show and movies. And ever since I learned how to write and I took courses on writing and I devoured tons of books, it doesn't make me a good writer. I'm saying that just to let you know that if you do it, if you are interested in it, make sure you're interested for life, because it changes and there's no way you can't go back. It opens a door. And there's just no way. The second something happens on screen, depending on how quick something else is going to come back around, it'll turn every show and movie as you're watching it 80% more predictable, because you just see the steps of how they break it down. Especially with movies, with TV show, you can let it breathe, and you have a greater chance to kind of bob and weave and trick the viewer. With a movie, you don't. The reason is because everything visual on screen is real estate. So everything needs to have layered purpose. And in a way, that's great. Like Joker has amazing layered purpose in the storytelling. Like Arthur staring out a window. Many people will look at that and be like, he's staring out a window. Big whoop. But there's actually a very powerful point to him staring out the window. And that's because in his life as Arthur suppressing the Joker, he looks out the window and he sees nothing. It's emptiness. It's void. People don't even know it exists even when he interacts with people. So to cut it short, he looks out the window as Arthur and he's, drab and dreary and sad and depressed. And then he looks out the subway window as the clown, Arthur. There's Arthur, there's the clown, and then there's the Joker. That's the combination of the two. And he looks out the window and he's sad and he's depressed and it's dreary. But then once he accepts the Joker, and you see him in the police car and he's looking out the window and he sees the world is reacting to him. The world sees him now. And then he smiles. It uplifts him. He's got this huge grin on. He goes from sad into a smile. And every single one of those scenes builds up to that one moment. Other stuff too, and build up and payoff, works that same way. And it can hinder your enjoyment. Let me burn through some of these, especially when they do certain setup. Yeah, hit that like button if you can. Wait, did I put... Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to put this video in the Discord. All right, done, son. All right. So, Ada B, you remember now. That's what's up. Again, thank you very much. $50, and I'll take the other one off. The volume is a little low every week on Sunday. Yeah, it'll be every Sunday night if we do it. Do you think writing okay? I didn't know it was on my internet. An after show live stream is just so much better for the community, even though I don't ever join in the conversation, but been here for like 7 years, if that counts. Well, I think something we did with gaming is something I think I'm going to stick with for, and I don't mean this to sound like a greedy dick, but we're going to keep it. With gaming, I did, the stream is going to be an hour and a half, give or take, right? And if we hit a goal, a $50 goal or 100, whatever, I think it's 50, we extend the stream and we go longer. Now, the reason is to give you guys a reward for supporting, but multiple reasons why I think I'm going to include that. I get up every morning at 6 a.m., so obviously I can't be doing all-nighters on the Sunday stream. I mean, if I didn't have a care in the world, I could. Fuck it, why not? If enough people are here. But the truth is, I got work to do. I got a kid to take to school first thing in the morning. Got to make breakfast, wake up, do all that shit. So I think we're going to instate that. And then that way, super supportive streams, when we extend it, if I need to, lose some time here or there, it doesn't matter because I already made it up with the support. So I think we'll do that. And then that's good because then if there's no support, fuck it. We get nice, quick hour, fan feedback after shows. Nice and to the point and bada bing, bada boom. We did it with The Walking Dead, and I constantly got comments where people were like, just do a review. And for a little bit, I fought it because I started making a review of a Walking Dead episode, and all it was the beginning of my stream, my thoughts and opinions. It's the first 15 minutes of my stream. So then I started just going like, you know what? If you wanted my opinion, watch 15 minutes of the live stream, because I got right to the point. And then leave. That's it. And you wouldn't believe how many people were like, nah, I'm not watching it. It's like, but you want 15 minutes. So, I mean, in theory, I should have just trimmed the first 15 minutes out and then uploaded that. Because then I could get double the upload for that thing. So we'll see. But yeah, January 15th, is it not a Sunday? Did I mix up my days? Hold on. When I looked at the calendar, I could have swore it said January 15th is in fact a Sunday. Yes, AP. I don't know. No, it's... Wait. What's today? Yeah, it's a Sunday. January 18th is a Sunday. I had to pull up the legit calendar. So I don't know what you're smoking, AP. What up, Meow Cat Bissy? So I think that's going to be the game plan. So we have 88%, 89% so far for now. Like I said, if there's if there's a decent amount of interest, when I look at my streams, like for example, this is kind of funny. When I look at my streams, uh, Evil Dead, I don't think I'm even going to cover that because I did a Last of Us video, for example, and 1,000 people checked it out right away, and it's up to 2,000 now almost. I did another Walking Dead one, 2,000 people checked it out. I did another Walking Dead 4,000, 2,000, 7,000, 16,000. Oh, that's never mind. That's Halloween. So I'm doing these, and then I'm thinking, um, well, let me see what hype is around Evil Dead. Maybe I'll start dipping my toe in talking about some of these. And it's only at like 400 views right now. So I know Evil Dead, maybe that was just a bad algorithm. Done, dropped. I'm not even wasting. I just can't afford it to waste my time this year. So Evil Dead, I was going to do Megan. I mean, if this was like, 2018 to 2022, I would have already went to the theater, saw Megan, came back, talked about it, but I'm not, because there's just the interest is just not there, the wider interest. So I think for here, we're going to hang out, but keep it really slim with what we're talking about. We got a lot of interest for Last of Us, which had, what did we have? 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. So there's something. Anything below 1,000's just getting cut. Because I would rather just put my time into, like, I spent like an hour doing the Evil Dead video. I would have just put my time into a Flaw and Awe, because that's one more hour I can add on to doing some of those. Ronnie, how long do you think your after shows will be? An hour, between an hour and a half. I love a live after show for Last of Us. I'm not going to do a live. I was thinking about that. It is possible because I'm going to rent a whatchamacallit? The HBO Max app itself, and I'll be able to watch it from my phone. I can pull it up on the computer. But in all honesty, the first hour is just going to be me sitting there staring at a screen. And once we do that, I stare at a screen for an hour and then I talk about it an hour. People are not watching that. I mean, I know it'd be fun for us to hang out, but we're just not big enough anymore to do stuff like that. Again, that's 2 hours minimum now if I watch it and live, and then we talk about it for an hour. Do you think Last of Us will be 1 hour an episode? Well, I know the first episode. First off, thank you very much, Sean, for the super chat. The first episode is going to be 85 minutes or something. I know there was an article recently, so it's definitely longer than an hour. All right, so Blue Addict says the first episode is 80 minutes. Maybe if it's good, maybe for like a special, we can do a like watch it live, react or something. But for right away, especially for the premiere, I just don't think we can do that. Only because if we really want to invite people to, even new people, to show up and talk about The Last of Us, they're not going to do it looking at a 2 hour, especially if the first hour is just me watching it, because I'm not going to have a lot to say. I don't even know what's happening until it happens. And then, so also the great thing about HBO is they don't have commercials. HBO does have commercials, actually, Blue Addict. If you buy because of how HBO Max is set up, I don't know if this is new. Maybe people aren't used to commercials on HBO, but there's actually 2 tiers now. $10 tier has commercials, and the $14.99 tier does not have commercials. Now, I'm going to be getting the $14.99 because commercials will just slow you down. They're annoying. $5 more, it'll burn through the commercials for each episode. Now, I don't know if that means they only air one commercial before Last of Us and one at the end. I don't know, but all I know is there is a ad, a cheaper ad version of it. How do I feel about the actor playing Ellie? I think it's a bad fit. I seen some of the articles popping off. Can I pull them up? some of the articles where the journalists are um, trying to go at her. Oh, look at what people are saying. Mean. And some of the arguments too just seem so weird because I'm like, are there really people making those arguments? Because there's some arguments that I never even heard of. Like I know my video, that live stream, it's not a killer amount of views, but it got around at least the thumbnail, whatever it is. People are looking at what's being said online. So um, I know they approached the girl who's playing Ellie, and I forget what she said, but it was basically like whatever. Uh, this picture is funny though. I gotta share this one. Where is this from? This picture screen. If they shared this image before anything for The Last of Us, fans would be screaming, "What are you fucking doing? Look at this picture. This is Joel and Ellie." Imagine if they came out with this picture first and said, "We have our Joel and Ellie." Bro, that picture just looks terrible. And no offense to them, like Pedro Pascal looks so much better, like in the role compared to here. But just based off of this, you're like, what the fuck? So, but it ain't nothing just because he's got the big, thick black glasses on, this goofy hairstyle. He's making a goofy face. But yeah, if you saw that first, you'd be like, oh shit. Last of Us is done, bro. It's ruined. And again, Doomsday Kingdom's on Etsy. Update videos coming, but if you're interested in my comic, Doomsday Kingdom, we got digitals 1 to 6, and then we have the volume 1 to 5, and it's all in one book. It ships right away. And then we have restock coming. We have a new order of issue 6s, a new pre-order if you want for brand new issue 6 and issue 5. Look at that. Beautiful. Those are in hand in the UK. I'm going to be getting mine any week now for the US, and then we're on and popping with being caught up, that is. So what was that other article? Where is Last of Us? Let me type in Bella. Pedro Pascal and Bella reveal their reactions. Last of Us and Bella, fan expectations. Oh, here's another thing too. This is another example. The reason why I think they didn't even try when it came to the casting. The girl from Game of Thrones is Ellie, simply because she's already in the industry and they worked with her before. There's no other reason. They came out and said, "Oh, we auditioned like 100 girls," and it's like 100. That's it? Are you shitting me? Out of all the different girls in that bracket from all around, you coincidentally got someone that you already worked with on Game of Thrones. Okay, whatever. And then this article drops and it says, not only is this girl, does she have it now, but Arya Stark was almost Ellie, but it took too long and she grew up. So she was almost Ellie first, Arya, which is something that, again, Arya, Maisie Williams, did fantastic as Arya Stark. She's not an Ellie, She probably, I don't know, arguably might have been a better fit for Ellie, but that's because we've seen a lot more of her work. However, they were putting this much money into The Last of Us. There's no way they're gonna take a risk. As odd as it sounds, they would rather grab somebody that just visually doesn't fit the role instead of working with someone that might be a newcomer. I mean, they've already dealt with her before, so it's crazy how it happens. I'm not finding this article, but it did pop up before. Uh, it doesn't matter. I forget what. I forget what it was, but it doesn't matter. I know this is random, but do you think we will ever get a Telltale The Walking Dead show? Do you think it would be good? Honestly, it's going to take some speculation, but you'll never. This is rough. I don't think you'll ever see a Telltale The Walking Dead show, but I say that with a warning, though. The main caveat for that is the rights issue. I'm not certain about, but if the rights issue is a black and white, how it should be normally, if there's no breathing room for the rights issue, Telltale does not own the rights to whatchamacallit, to The Walking Dead, Clementine, and yada yada yada. Now here's where it gets muddied. Originally, Telltale had the rights to do the game. That does not give them the right to do a show, because that now goes outside of their agreement. And now they're making show rights, they're making movie rights. Where does it stop? That's not how rights work. Telltale got the clearance to make Telltale characters, and they stay in that world. Now, here's the problem, though. Skybound, supposedly, last I remember, didn't they buy the rights back or partner or make some type of deal? Once Telltale went under, didn't Skybound go in and buy them out? So now Skybound, which is the home of The Walking Dead, they own all the rights for Telltale, The Walking Dead, Clementine and her journey, and yada, yada, yada. So now that means that Skybound has the rights. Now, excuse me. Now, where is it contractually with AMC? Is there anything contractually there where AMC says, all right, you can do, comic book adaptations, but you can't have live action? I forget if we ever looked into some of that. But again, that's where the rights issues, I don't know. I don't know enough about. I know when Telltale had it, I don't think there's a way for them to do a Telltale show because they don't have rights for a show. Now, Skybound buying them out definitely opens up the possibility that they can do one. But again, I don't know if there's any rights where AMC said, yeah, we'll take your Walking Dead rights, but you can't make a show because then you can't compete with us, even if you're making a comic, adaptation, or direct, one for one. We're still making this. So I don't know. But chances are, I think it would be really weird for AMC not to have any fail-safe. And I think the other rights issue also is kind of muddied because of the history there. So that leads me to believe that you're not going to see it. You may, though. You definitely may, but I highly doubt it. You know what's funny, Angel? Well, you said Neil Druckmann's incompetence strikes again. That's actually the other guy. The guy who was the showrunner for Chernobyl. He has come out and said some of the dumbest shit I've fucking heard ever. For a show. He actually came out. This is one of his quotes. He was like, yeah, with video games, you always have to like turn it to channel 3. And like The Last of Us changed that, man. And I'm sitting there thinking like, what the fuck are you talking about? We haven't had to change it to channel 3 since we moved to HDMI, you stupid prick. What the fuck are you talking? He's thinking about video games from like the 90s and 80s and shit. I just can't help it but to go, bro, somebody in your corner, show him what else is out there. Because when he talks about a character dying in the video game, he's like, yeah, it's just like pixels dying. It like doesn't mean anything. And it's like, bro, first off, there's progression loss, there's immersion, there's all this other shit. It's like, depending on the game, there could be a loot RNG that you're incorporating. You could have scored big, died, and then you didn't score big again because of the RNG. There's more than just simply, oh, character died, pixels are dead, start over. Like, this isn't back in a day where your grandma's giving you some quarters at the fucking pizza shop while your grandfather's getting drunk because you're fucking retarded and he's embarrassed as shit and you're back there playing Pac-Man like a jackass, you know? This isn't the 80s, you dumb shit. Some of the shit he says is rather frustrating, but whatever. Yeah, smash that like button, please, like Negan. I'd rather see our sweet P Clem live action than a Daryl show. No offense. I would love a Clementine live action. I think that would be fantastic. Even if, hear me out, even if you took, check this out. Let me show you this real quick. I know this might be a stretch, but I saw this just briefly and I thought, yo, you might be able to do something with this. Wait. Now it's not perfect, but I saw this one image. Oh, where was it? Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it now, am I? Oh, man, I'm not going to be able to find it. It was a picture of this girl. This girl is going to play Sarah in The Last of Us. There was one of these pictures that came out, and I thought, bro, you could do a Clem with her. Now, she doesn't have Clem's look. She doesn't have Clem's nose, but it's close. I mean, Clem had a particular look, but, I mean, it's close. Was it? No, this wasn't it. Here's another image. But the point, though, is imagine getting a... Wow, that's a huge image. Imagine getting a live action... it might have been this one. I think it was this one. Because she had a bit of a smile going on, and I thought, yo, she might be able to pull off a Clem, you know? But we'll see. Again, there's a ton of other people out there that could do it, so. And they would have to do it now. I don't know anything about this actor in real life, but I think it's the hair that jumped out where I was like, yo, throw a baseball cap on her and listen. Maybe the hair distracted me. Let me pull up Clementine. That's way too small. Well, she's older in that, but she's younger in this. You know what? I'm thinking of older Clementine. I forgot. Season 1, she was a lot younger. So, here's season... Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Soft Batch has gained a lot of weight. Like she has a triple chin, and to be honest, based on her age and weight, I don't find her attractive anymore. Lose weight, Jessica, please.
That was an odd joke. What the fuck was that? That sounds like shots fired. Let me look and see who's talking some shizat. You guys have some weird... It's probably AP. You guys have some weird fucking... Yeah, you guys have some weird fucking... Phantom Knight. That ain't real, is it? You guys have some weird fucking goofs going back and forth. Let me solve this. Oh, what are we doing? Phantom, what are you doing, brother? I have a feeling that wasn't Phantom. Let me check out. So who is it? What's the joke? I'm trying to figure out I know who did it because you put a fake your fake name only shows up on... I don't know if you knew this, but whoever donated, your fake name only shows up in the thing here, but on my main screen I can see your real name, so that your usual username. So I don't know what's going on with you, buddy, but it's a bit weird. I'm trying to do a hold on. Yeah, I'm doing a history. Yeah, you're definitely a supporter. What's up with that, bro? There's no way you didn't know that your name shows up. So you might as well out yourself and explain it. That was weird. It was most likely Normac. Well, that's not the name I got here. But I'll give you a second to out yourself and explain what that was about. Your initials are CK. Just let you know, I'm not bullshitting you. You know, your first name starts with a C. Just to let you know, I'll give you a minute to say what's up and explain what that was about. But you can't delete the dono. It just stays there. I mean, it's a temporary thing on the
I love
screen,
to be
and then it
cast as
goes
some
away.
random on The Last of Us, but I'm folded hands to get back on HBO on Hot.
Wait, I'd love to be cast as some random on The Last of Us, but I'm praying to get back on HBO on Hot D. I mean, listen, shoot your shot for both. I don't know where they film at, actually. Usually that gives you an idea where they do extras casting. So let me put you on the leaderboard though. But homeboy with the weird dono, you're running out of time. Oh, there's my overlay. Thank you very much, Muse. Let me put you up there as a top tipper. Yeah, someone got drunk and forgot the just because you change your name for other people to see doesn't change your name in Stream Elements. Oh, that's out. What other names does Normac go by? Definitely wasn't Louis C.K. uh, Wait, I did add you to leaderboard, Musy. Have you heard of Fede Alvarez is directing a standalone alien film called Alien Romulus for Hulu? They're also making an alien TV show. I didn't hear that at all. I heard grumblings of an alien show, but I used to follow it real close, Alien and Predator franchises. However, Alien, I got burned out because I don't know if you guys follow the Alien news. Every other month, they're like, hey, they're doing this. Hey, they're doing this. Hey, they're doing this. So recently, I think over the last year, I just stopped because of so much rumor of this and rumor of that. But I did hear something about a show. However, yeah, yours got read out, Musy, twice because I went back and reread it. It got. Can you guys not hear the Are you guys not hearing the text to speech or what? But yeah, like I said, I heard something about Alien and shit, what was it? I think it was the show. I didn't hear anything about a standalone thing for Hulu. It makes sense though, because Hulu got Predator, and Alien and Predator are under the same umbrella, so it makes sense. Hey Ronnie, I don't have any comments. Just watch and listen in the background. Hope that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. You hear the TTS? She probably just missed it then. Yeah, that's definitely fine. Anyone that's just hanging out, listening, because there's a ton of you. There's more people that just listen. There's like 50 people that comment, but 1,000 people that listen. That's how much of a. Sometimes, especially with The Walking Dead, there's like 200 people that comment and 14,000 people that listen. So it was a huge difference, Oh, it depends on your agency, because I thought the casting agency that they worked with would shoot out casting calls for extras, but it would be local. So you'd have to find out or ask your agent to say, yo, I want to get plugged into an extra here and here. I know that's how my friend got into The Walking Dead a number of times. He went there for the local casting and got right in. A few people actually did that. Prey was surprisingly good. Yeah, I've been getting the itch to do Predator. I can't wait. I have plans to do the Flaw vs. All for Predator, but I really need to get that channel up and running. I was thinking about promoting my Patreon hardcore. Maybe if you guys had any ideas for what to do for some tiers, that would be kind of cool. Like a little end card credit. That's what we were doing before, putting an end card at the end of them. But I wanted to get it going so we can jump right into, Halloween. We got 4 of those that are going to drop. And then I wanted to do the Friday the 13th, but incorporate some, some Predator, Halloween this. I'm sorry, Friday the 13th this, Predator Friday. Because I think I want to do Predator 87, Predator 2, Predators, and then Prey. And no, I'm sorry, it would be Predator 2018, unfortunately, and then Prey. So again, there's 5 of them. So it's 5 whole new ones to do. I like the Predator creature more than Alien. Predator is a little more flexible because you have this creature, you have this lifestyle, and you can mix it up. Do you want to go to Predator's home planet? Do you want to go back in time to Predators visiting Native Americans? Do you want to do the 90s that are supposed to be futuristic? Do you want to do a jungle you could do a ton of different things with the Predator. With Alien, it's a spaceship, You can do something cool where they go on some sort of habitat, that's out there. And then from that point on, you're a spaceship / part of the habitat. I mean, there's only so much mix that you can do, which I'm fine with. I think if they sat down and they were like, yo, let's do a real ballsy Alien and we'll trip them up. There's an Alien idea out there that is just waiting to just explode. It's like a fucking awesome idea because there's room for that in that franchise. With Predator, I wish, man, listen, if I was to ever get so lucky to win like $2 billion in the lottery, I'm going straight to Disney and saying, you guys are fuck ups, no offense, but let me buy out the Predator. That's the one franchise. Everything else, I'll say, fuck it. I don't need The Walking Dead. I can write my own zombies. The Predator is the one movie monster creature. If I could have my pick at any one of them, and then one of the first things I would do is start with a new franchise with the Predator, a new canon, but still respect the 87, But this new canon would show a group of travelers, because you need somebody to be the vehicle for the audience. And they would go to the Predator's homeworld. Now, this is where it gets kind of crazy. And this is why I have to do some serious thought on the timeline. Because the idea is, I think part of the fix would be you think that they go to the homeworld of the predator, but in reality they get ripped through some time portal. So you go to the homeworld of the predator before they even land on 87. So for example, you leave in like 2055 and you go through a time warp and then you end up on Predator's home planet in like 1930, or like 1860. No, I'm sorry. It'd have to be way earlier. You get what I'm saying, 1540. And the idea is, and I think this idea is, as a fan, I'm like, that is fucking amazing. But you have one planet that has two factions on it, right, that are warring with each other. One is humanoid and one is predator. And this third species lands, and they have this cloaking technology where that's how they enslave other species. So they cloak, and again, you're going to look at it and be like, yo, that's the predator cloaking technology. And this solves so many problems. Let me explain. So this third species has this cloak, and I already designed them. They're going to be really basic looking and sympathetic looking. But then when they reveal their teeth and fangs, it's going to be fucking hideous. So you go from like, oh man, these harmless like humanoid alien like creatures. But then when they open up, it's going to be like fucking horrendous. Anyway, so they cloak and they start enslaving the humanoid, the humanoids. And this is the other species that's on the planet, really strong, like barbarian, like humanoids. So they enslave the humanoids because the humans can't see them. They're cloaked. But then when they enslave the predators, they're having a hard time, but they are starting to enslave some of them, but they're having a really hard time enslaving them. Do you know why? And this is where I think as a fan, I'm like, oh, I fucking love it. The predators don't see with normal vision. So the cloaking technology that the third species is so proud of don't mean shit because the predators look with heat vision. So the predators can see these enslavers and then they can fight back. So what ends up happening is the predators, now you'll notice that the cloaked species also has this cannon and biomasks so they can breathe on the predator's planet. And this is all gear that you see the Predator use in the 87 movie. Now you have the predators that are starting to take over the slavers to defeat them. And they finally do. They defeat the slavers. They actually free some of the other humanoids. And the predators end up enslaving the enslavers. And this solves one huge problem. Predators are fucking incredible. Imagine a predator in a lab suit making a plasma cannon, making a biomask. It sounds so fucking dumb. And this is what I love about the Predator. He's primitive, yet futuristic. How do you solve those problems? Because they don't go together. There's this dichotomy of that futuristic and very intelligent, but also it's a primitive. It looks like a Native American futuristic monster. It's fucking crazy. This is how you solve it. The species that goes to enslave them, the cloaking technology doesn't work because the predators look in heat vision. The predators conquer them and force the slavers to create or modify the technology to fit the predator. That's why the predator looks futuristic yet primitive, because that's all modified from those slavers that they took over. So then they learn their language, they incorporate the language in the and that's why you have the predator with these things on that aren't quite like 100% there, but
everything is all good. There's a delay and I typed that long before you say it. But yeah, my agent is putting out feelers because Hot D is being cast mainly UK.
Oh, that's what's up. I didn't know they were casting in the UK. Well, that makes sense. I guess the filming locations, that makes sense. That's right. They do film overseas. Yeah. What am I thinking? I've watched some of the behind the scenes shit. Yeah. That's what's up, though. I wish you all the best. I want some behind the scenes pictures, get some of those. Thank you very much, Musy, for the support again. Let me see if I went off on a tangent, though, if you guys are... Yeah, extras is like a great place to start. Because once you get on set, as long as like you stay out of everyone's way, but you show them you're going to listen, you're going to work and do what they say and yada, yada, yada. Because that's one thing with a film set. They love if you know what you're doing, stay out of the fucking way, but you're reliable. So you do that, and you could go from a non-speaking role to a speaking role, situate your SAG card, make sure you're in the union because there's certain pay and you know what to do because you're already in it. But maybe you can get bumped up from a little like extra role to maybe a couple lines. You never know. Maybe someone else is being a diva and they shift you over. They're like, okay, you say the fucking lines, Who knows? Who knows? Well, congratulations, still being with your boyfriend. Congratulations. The rest of the world is screaming, no. Or the male world, I should say. Predators in comics are amazing. I don't know why they don't make a TV show with the comics. I remember the comic of the Spanish versus pirate era gun that was shown in Predator 2. But that's one thing I wanted to, when I moved, I have a bunch that I'm trying to trim down because I don't have a lot of room here. I know I have a Rick Grimes statue that once I get a time this week, I got to get that on Craigslist. I'm trying to sell it so I don't have to ship it. But I really need to make room with some of this stuff that I reviewed years ago. And there's some comics, there's some books. I just got to get it out, And with the Predator, I was thinking about, I have a number of some of those Predator NECA figures, and there's a handful I'm just keeping no matter what. I want to put them up on a shelf somewhere where they're on display, but they're out of the way. Someone gave me, Pop gave me a gift of the Elder Predator. That's one of my all-time favorites. I'm never parting with that thing. It's a Hot Toys Elder Predator, and it has that gun from the comic where they talk about it. I think it's the Elder Predator, but when he was younger, he was called the Golden Predator or something like that. But yeah, some of those comic stories are fucking cool. Some of them go off the rails though, but I do like some of them. Yeah, Predator show would be awesome. In the Last of Us show, they'll be sticking to the game script. And in season 2, as you know, Abby kills you know who. Yeah, I did the video on it just recently. They said one thing they said recently that I think is really dumb is they're not going to do the spores on the show. I find that to be stupid as shit. Not doing the spores on the show is fucking dumb. It's just a cool little bonus to be in the show, but the fact that they're taking it out, it's like, come on, man. Do you think they should change that up? Yeah, absolutely. I think they should change it up. But at this point, I don't care. I want them to burn the franchise to the ground. After season 1, I don't give a fuck what they do. Burn it. There's no reason for me to enjoy season 2 when the game doesn't. The game is my main enjoyment. The game is The Last of Us. I don't give a fuck how good the show is. The game is The Last of Us because you can be in that world. You can play in that world, loot in that world, shoot in that world, run in that world. You can be those characters and live with those characters. It's a video game. The immersion is fucking awesome. It's fun. It's great. Fantastic. The show will never come close to that. So why would I despise the second season but then love the show? I mean, not why would I, but if anything, the franchise to me is dead already. I mean, I just want like an awesome first season with some clickers, Joel and Ellie brought to life. I want to send the franchise off with a bang. That's how I'm viewing it anyhow. Just make a movie where they introduce the world's largest submarine where people can take vacations to the bottom of the ocean, throw like 100 rich tourists. I mean, sure, it's like a spaceship. Yeah. They still think they made a great job with Last of Us Part 2. I don't know how that's a weird one because you know damn well it's easy to reflect. Like, oh man, you guys don't buy my comic because there's a black lead in it. You're a bunch of racist shits. But in my mind, I know I'm just not promoting to enough people to get the sales I need. You know what I'm saying? We get a decent amount of people that are interested, read it. We get a fuck ton of positive feedback. However, we just don't sell enough. I mean, when The Walking Dead is on and popping or something blows up and I'm able to promote it, we sell a good amount. So when I think about how they kind of, oh no, these fans are just assholes or racist, misogynist, whatever. Um, they suddenly don't like that Ellie's gay. Some of those articles are weird. Um, I, there's a point of me, there's a part of me that feels like they have to just be sticking their head in the sand, you know? Have I watched Avatar 2 yet? No. I'll be honest, they won with that. I didn't think they would come anywhere close to 2 billion, but I guess apparently they're like 1.5 billion. I thought that was shocking, but yeah, I thought that was a bit shocking. So it looks like from the poll, doing an after show did win. I'm assuming we'll probably pull in anywhere from 50 to 150 people, and that is, I think the first stream will probably pull in like 70 people, and then the second stream we should probably pull like 100. Just want how people know to show up, so that should be a pretty good start. And if we do it for 9 weeks in a row, we at least get some attention built up. Maybe I can get some new people to stop by. I can let them know about my Flaw vs. All reviews, maybe get them over there to do something. That'd be kind of cool. 1.7 billion so far. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the fuck they're pulling that in. Where are these people? Everyone I know, friends or family, and even when you're involved in, you hear the opinions of thousands of different movie fans just because I'm in different forums and I'm on the internet. I almost never hear people bring up Avatar. Like, outside of your comment, you're probably the first comment out of thousands of interactions I've had all week that has mentioned Avatar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, where are these fucking people? Who are these fucking people? I check my local theater for Avatar. I've been checking just as like a weird, I don't understand. And the seats, the reserved seating, like, for example, I go to look up Megan. Megan's like a fuck off movie. It's a January movie. And there's seats taken, a good amount of them. I look at Avatar and there's never seats taken. There's like 3 people in the fucking reserved seating. And that is unheard of. When I go to see certain movies, when it's dead, there's no reserved seats. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It's China. Well, hot damn China coming in, saving the Avatar. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, he never said anything, but the text to speech was Cameron. I don't know what he uses in I don't know what screen, what name he uses in chat, because people could just change their name, but it was Cameron. So if you guys know a Cameron in your Discord or something like that, that's who it was. I still haven't gotten an explanation to why he was a dick. I mean, just come out and be like, bro, all right, I said something to be a dick, and I did not know it. Showed my name. Fuck. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was, yeah. I'm gonna actually I'll do it off stream just because it'll probably take me like 15 minutes. However, I can cross reference their stream elements history with my streams and see what other names they used in the past. So I bet you, unless you're still listen, bro. Cameron backwards is Normac. Oh, it is Normac then. Yeah, Normac. What the fuck are you doing, Normac? If I'm about to cross reference it now, because I forgot Stream Elements, like, you can change it, but Stream Elements still has it here. So I mean, Normac, you're gonna have to answer to that. You gotta give an apology. I mean, you gotta say some shit, bro. Because I'm about to cross reference your history with Stream Elements and see what other names you used. Like, for example, it says October 2nd you were on. Let me find the date here. October 2nd would be what? What would that be?
What part of Last of Us are you most excited to see adapted?
Oh, here's dates. Perfect. I thought I'd have to count it in my head. Cody, thank you very much for the super chat. What part of Last of Us are you most excited to see adapted? The clickers. I mean, I don't know if you wanted a story moment, but the clickers absolutely is the top from the beginning. I knew the characters. It was almost not a lost cause, but because of the story and what goes on, it was iffy. Where's October? Come on. Oh, I gotta do this another way. Hold on a second. That's why I didn't want to do it on stream, because I gotta go back and look. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, it was Normac. It is Normac, because in August he did. I'm matching up his tip right here. Yeah, Normac, bro. I don't know why you thought I would. Yeah, I just matched up your August 20th in Stream Elements. Normac tipped $5 in August 20th, and you're the only one that tipped $5.69. I don't know why you thought I would let you say like a really dick thing and not blow your spot up. I mean that's a real asshole thing, and to have you hide too. Really, I don't know. I prefer you answer to that, because I think it's boot worthy from Discord and everything. I think blacklisting Normac, unless he wants to just fucking man up and just be like, yo, I was a dick, and hear why. Say why. Just man up, you know? Everything you do, we're in 2022. Everything you do has a paper trail. Fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why anyone doesn't just openly be a dick. Like, I don't get it. Just openly be a dick. I don't think Softbatch is going to give a fuck. Now that she knows who it is, she's probably just going to be like, well, fuck you and not deal with him. And I'm telling Softbatch, I'm not going to fuck around. I'm not going to have Softbatch hanging out, chit-chatting with Normac, and I don't say anything. What kind of dick would I be? I'm fucking telling her. Be like, listen, drop Normac. He ain't worth it. Because if he would man up and say something, they can solve it. I'm not even involved. I'm just like a referee. You know what I'm saying? But Normac got a man up. Normac changed his name to Phantom Knight. Yeah. Normac changed his name to Phantom Knight. I just did a cross-reference as well. I'm going to get back to that one comment. I don't want to lose his comment, but I did a cross-reference, and I just cross-referenced 3 of his tips to his Normac name in 3 different months. So from today to August, October, and what was it? There was 2 in August. But it was 1 in a row. Boom, 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 Normac. So, and obviously, you know, his name is right. Like, I'm looking at the back end. You can't change the back end that I'm looking at. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me go to this comment though. Cody, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I don't know if you wanted a specific scene. If I thought Bill and Bill's Town is scene wise, location wise, there's one quick moment where they're going through the skyscrapers. I'm going to start picking out a lot of moments, but a quick glimpse of a location would be the skyscrapers. I want to see them traverse down just like the game, go up and through. I want them to keep us there. That's one thing that I find so fucking awesome that the Walking Dead doesn't do, because they don't have the money. They don't keep you there. You're in this moment. You go under this crumbling underpass, the lightning, the rain, they're listening out. You hear a clicker in the distance. Like, if I could, as a fan, get any scene the way I want, you would follow them. Make it feel like it's even in the game. Like, this is what a live action in the game would feel like. And you follow them under the underpass, up some rubble, up one side, into the friggin' the skyscraper, start going up a couple, go across the 2 different skyscrapers that are falling down, Like, keep us there. Fight with some clickers, have like this amazing moment. I think that's one of the first times you run into a clicker. That would be perfect. And that's the first episode, maybe. Run us into the situation. We get to see a clip. Man, that'd be fucking amazing. And then the other one would be Billstown. I mean, originally I wanted to see what they would do, but now it's kind of weird because now Frank, Bill's boyfriend, is alive. And they have like this really fucking corny ass holding a flower in their garden. Like, oh, yeah, look at us, you know? I mean, it's a really cringy scene. So I don't know how they're going to fuck that up, but we'll see. Game or TV show, they need to have early days with Joel and Tommy right after Sarah's death and make it dark as fuck. If I was a billionaire, I'd pay you to go make it. We'd probably have to, we'd probably have to make our own thing, definitely. I feel like if a company came in and they said, listen, we'll make it for you, Naughty Dog. Forget Neil, forget them. Give us the permission, give us the okay, and we'll make the Tommy and Joel. Go over to Troy. If I was a millionaire right now, I'd go right to Troy. Troy, I appreciate everything you do. You got fucked on part 2. I don't want to hear anything about it. You got fucked. You should have more with this character. You should explore this character more in his darkest moments. And I would get Troy to pitch it to Neil as on that friendship level and get him to go. Neil doesn't have to do shit. He can okay some shit. Okay, do your check boxes. But then you go down and have a team, your own team, create, and then you split the profit with Naughty Dog as long as you get the payback for what you put into making it, plus split it like 70-30. Give them 70%. Doesn't matter because you're going to make money off it anyhow. And then fuck it. Done deal. That's what I would try to do. I mean, they'd probably say no because that's how they are, but in a perfect world, we would be getting a Joel and Tommy game for sure. But think about it. It's pretty much dead characters, and they're 2 straight white guys. It'll never get made now. It'll never get made. Neil Druckmann, unless he changes his friend circle, he committed one of the heinous crimes ever, creating Joel as like the everyday American. The everyday, it doesn't matter, but he's like the everyday, it's not even every day because his wife is either gone or dead or, whatever the fuck, but he has that Americana, vibe to him. He's not an immigrant. He's not this, he's not that. And those aren't bad things. I am a descendant from immigrants. It's not the same. Like when I'm like, oh yeah, like my great grandfather or my grandfather, one's coming from Italy, one's coming from Poland. They're not in America like the Americana that we know. Like that, you see what I'm saying though? There's a big difference. Like my family tree is not the same as like Americana Joel Miller. And that's what I'm trying to get at before anyone turns it into, oh, you don't like immigrants, So it's hard to hate immigrants when 90% of my family immigrated here. It's very difficult to do that. And my grandfather, what was it? I think my great-grandfather. I got to double check because my grandmother did a family tree and she revealed that I think it was my great-grandfather was a wop. He didn't have papers. That's what they used to, it was a derogatory term. They called them back in the day without papers. I got to double check that story, but I'm pretty sure she had said, I don't know if she was joking or serious. I'm pretty sure she was serious, but Joel represents that. So that's one of the biggest, no-nos that you could have done in his friend circle was create a character like that. What we got? Ronnie, if the Rick and Michonne show is like blow your mind, will you do weekly quick reviews? If it is blow my mind, good. Yeah, because the way they're pitching it is 6 and then we're done. So 6 weeks to finish out the Rick. I started reviewing with Rick, So to finish him out on a review, I mean, that's a true farewell to The Walking Dead. I would do it, Even if it's not blow your mind good, I still want to do 6 of them connected together. You know what I mean? Did you know Jensen Ackles, who played Yeah, I saw that. I think he's a bit young, but if he was a bit older, he might have been able to pull it off real good. You know? Any last questions, though? I think we're going to shut it down soon. Because it looks like we're definitely going to stick with a stream. We'll give that a shot. And depending on how well it does. Now, my plan is I'm already ripping it just in case it's fantastic. And since it's new and it's not going to have as many seasons as The Walking Dead, I think I'm going to lean towards doing a flaw versus awe. And again, it will not be on this channel. It'll only be on the Flaw vs. Awe channel. However, I think that would be a fantastic way to boost the Flaw vs. Awe channel itself. Because the TV show Flaw vs. Awe are a lot faster. Again, because movies layer content because you only have an hour and a half. But for a TV show, they space it out to a degree. So you can have moments where the scene breathes. And then that's, 10 minutes of screen time where it doesn't even necessarily count because the scenes breathe out for that 1 hour of time. So you guys let me know if you're interested, but I really think I'm going to lean in that direction. I think that would be great. It starts now, next week it starts. So if I can do a Flaw vs. Awe for the Last of Us one
Normal
every other
just
week.
Turn up. Trolling? High? Drunk? Admit it and say sorry. It's a very young actress we're talking about. Reminds me when I used to be told I had devil eyes. Silly.
Yeah, Muse, that's great. That's a great comment, but he wasn't actually talking about the actress. He was trying to go at someone else that is a member of the community here. He wasn't even talking about the actress. He was trying to shit talk somebody here, but he got caught. I guess, Soft Batch is an actress. Yes, no, Soft Batch. AP, you're fucking nuts. Muse got it mixed up with the actress that plays in Last of Us. I'm almost sure, but we're going to take care of it in Discord. Angel says, my family is 100% Mexican. My mother's parents are both from Mexico. She was born in America, and so was I. I wish these Hollywood types would just tell great stories instead of focusing on checkboxing. And if they would, you would find a lot more authentic stories. Because keep in mind, when you take somebody who is the checkbox type, Angel, you know what they're going to do when it comes to telling a Mexican story? You're going to be some poor bastard trying to come across, and some evil, mean white guy probably leans a lot to the right. He's going to be keeping you out, separating your family. To these people who don't have life experience and aren't around a diverse group of people, that's how they see it. They see it because it's not in their circles. They don't live amongst you. They're not friends with you. They're not friends with your type. And I know plenty of people that are from Mexico. And I'm trying to think real hard at one of them that has that stereotypical life. It's like the complete reverse of how they live. They look at it and go, their only connection is what they see on TV and what's the political, the trend issue now. Even if they're riding trends, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's so many different stories you can tell and so many interweaving ways you can tell it. And that's how I know most of them are full of shit when they start coming out with a comic and they're like, yeah, you know what? It's about crossing the border. It's like, okay, bud, tell me you don't know any real life Mexican without telling me you don't know any real life Mexican. I think one of the most diverse jobs I had actually was working in a factory. We had two guys from Vietnam. They were Vietnamese. That's why that sounded funny. I almost mixed it up. We had a guy from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. We had a handful of people from Mexico. It was a funny story though. Is I got real close to one of the guys, real short guy, and he did a music group. They would play in whatever events, uh, and oh man, I had this. I gave him this idea because his English wasn't so good, but he actually made music with a little band, and all Spanish music, and they did it in their communities and yada yada yada. But he had this name for the band that was very hard to pronounce, and I was telling him, I was like, "Hey, listen, bud, I'm telling you, you know, listen, it's great that you're in your community, but why don't you switch the name up a little bit? I mean, do something that's a little bit. You want to sell to white people? Come on, make something that they can pronounce a little cleaner." So the idea I gave him was Los Papis or something, Los Papas, something like little daddies. I think was how it translated was little daddies because they were all real short and they openly talked about it. It was a big joke. Um, but he laughed and he loved it though. I don't think he used it though because he was real stuck on. But the name was like insanely hard to pronounce. It's like some white dude. I was like, bro, trust me, switch it up a bit. That'd be fucking awesome. I haven't seen her in old. She passed away. Oh wait, who's a little off topic, but just curious. Did you enjoy the Evil Dead reboot 2013? Saw your Evil Dead. Oh, you're the one person that saw my Evil Dead video. I like Evil Dead and the reboot. Here's a funny thing. For a little bit there, Hollywood was always throwing junkies in their movies. I don't. What year did 2013? All right, so it seemed like somewhere around like 2005 to like 2015, maybe less 2015, but somewhere around there, it was like so many down and out or junky characters that were like lead characters, like one after the next, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't like the fact that that was her character because it was just dull. It was like, oh, here's a junkie, but I get it. That's how they used their excuse. They're going to this cabin. I mean, but that's weak as well. So there's some elements that I find less interesting, kind of a bit cliche, a bit weak when you're in the writer's room. Like, all right, they're going out to this cabin. What do we do? One's a junkie. Okay, but I did like it. I did like it. So there's a weird scene in there as well. It's not one I love incredible, but I did like it enough to buy it on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it in a while, but out of the Evil Dead movies, since I like when it is grounded with comedy instead of comedic with a little bit of scary. When the more comedic they go, and I know this is going to be blasphemy, but I lose interest. I love when it is grounded with that comedy that's just like it fits yet feels out of place, or it fits yet feels wrong. I mean, that's where the sweet spot is, I feel, with, and I think that's why the TV show didn't do shit. Not only is the lead actor getting old, and let's be honest, that's why they brought in a younger backup cast. You have to have some type of, not a gimmick, but there has to be an edge to it when you get old. That's just the way it is. I mean, people complain about it all the time, but if I'm 38 or 18, I'd be more popular on YouTube if I was 18. That's just the world. That's just how the world works. 18-year-old, 20-year-olds, they're not going around, the majority of them. They're not, let me see what this 40-year-old asshole thinks. They don't give a fuck. No, they want that connection. So I think if Evil Dead would have went grounded, darker, added that comedy as like a 80-20 instead of the other way around, I think this show would have lasted longer. But that's where I think it's okay. I don't think it's a terrible reboot, but I think it's okay. (2018, 2019) was prime streams here. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Phantom Knight says, Ronnie, are you doing a game stream any day this week? There's a chance I'm gonna do one tomorrow night. It's slim though, and then there's a chance, and then after that, it's a bit up in the air. It's definitely a bit up in the air. So we're gonna see. But we are getting closer to the end of the month. And if we do a stream, I think it's going to be, in all fairness, it's either going to be Last of Us. I think that's what you guys voted for. So just hanging out playing Last of Us, or some more Days Gone. I heard they might be bringing Ash vs. Evil Dead back as an animated series. I don't think animated would work. Who knows, though? It could, but I don't give a shit about animated. Me personally, I'm saying as a fan, I don't care. I feel like Evil Dead works best with that, 80 serious, 20 comedy. Wait, pop up TTS? I don't know what you mean. Wow, 5 minutes or even worse? What do you mean by that? Oh, Ian's not in Discord. All right, we are going to shut it down, though. Now, remember, how does this... Let me see. Where's my phone? Last of Us will be 80 minutes, and it airs at 9 o'clock. So 60 minutes would bring us to 10 o'clock, obviously. So 20 minutes, that's a weird number. It's not 90 minutes, it's 80 minutes. So it's an hour and 20 minutes. That's a weird one. So if everything goes as planned, it'll be 10:20 to 10:30. You got to give them some time, because they might do like a not an ad, but they might do like an introduction, some type of dun dun dun, dun now showing, I don't know. I don't know if they're just going to air it straight away or do some sort of intro. So let's say between 10:20 to 10:30 next Sunday on this channel. And also, I'll leave it up to you guys. If you haven't gone over yet, I have a Flaw vs. Awe. I'll put it in the comments right now. It's a Flaw vs. Awe YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe if you want the Flaw vs. Awe. If you don't want the content, then that's fine. I get it. But if you can do me a favor, if you want to go over there and watch the videos that are already up, hit the like button, leave a comment. I mean, that'll help me out big time for the Flaw vs. Awe's. And after the premiere of The Last of Us, I'll know then, but I'm thinking of doing the week later, upload a Flaw vs. Awe. So I won't have an edited review, but I will have I should have had that sooner. I will have hopefully a Flaw vs. Awe following it. So the link is in the comment box. Don't forget Doomsday Kingdom. I'm going to put up the update vid tomorrow. But Flaw vs. Awe, it's a whole separate channel, growing it from nothing to hopefully something. Part of me wanted to create little whatchamacallit too. Little business cards. I'm working to get some sort of art done on them, so I'll let you know when those come out. But I wanted to really promote the Flaw vs. Awe. Check it out. I gotta fix those shorts. I tried to do shorts where you can see the whole thing, but I think I'm gonna go in and do shorts where it's just zoomed in and you can see the whole. Because when I put the whole short up, even if some of the picture is cut off, people click on it way more. They don't give a fuck. They watch it like that, even though most of it's trimmed off, as long as the main stuff is in the screen. So whatever. I got to fix that. But again, Flaw vs. Awe. Well, thank you very much, everyone who's supported. Definitely Patreon is a great way to support the Flaw vs. Awe. I think once we get January done with, I think I'm going to lean heavily on the Patreon, maybe Friday or February and March, because if we could build up the Patreon, if we can bring in like 100, 200 patrons or whatever the goal would be, if the Patreon can float this Flaw vs. Awe for a few months, maybe 3 to 6 months, then we don't even need to rely on Patreon anymore. People can, pull their support or keep supporting, but we'll focus on, we just need at least some money coming in through ad revenue, which this isn't even monetized yet. It's going to take me till I hit 1,000 subs to even get it monetized. So, and we're only at 365 right now. So we'll see. Guys saying good night, peace out. Thank you very much. I like the two. Okay, just make sure I didn't miss any comments. Peace out. Look forward to Loki weekend or next weekend. I'm excited to see the first issue, the first episode. I really want to see. We'll know right off the rip. We'll know. Here's my prediction. Final prediction before I bounce. I think the quality of the show is going to be fantastic. The look of it, the locations, the events. I think it's going to look fantastic. I do think you're going to get people that are going to just totally love, Joel and Ellie, and oh no, the casting is perfect. We always get those. That's like, and if you love it, that's fine. I personally think after seeing the trailer, I don't think anything's going to blow me away as far as I think the casting is going to be. Well, yes, I think the girl actually can act, but I don't think she's a right fit for Ellie. And Pedro, we already know he can act. He's already done this role in Mandalorian, but it's going to feel safe. And then you take all that combination together, and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? There's a few issues, but it's a solid show. I'm almost positive that's going to be the outcome for at least the premiere, if not the whole series. Because it does feel like outside of those problems that we have, some of us, it's definitely got quality behind it. So, all right, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for the support. Everyone who supported Normac, I'll see your ass for like 10 seconds in Discord. Other than that, I think you're done because you stayed silent the whole time, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you, if anything, on my Ronnie Hayes channel streaming tomorrow night or next Sunday, 10:20, 10:30 for The Last of Us Part 1 for Episode 1.